Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you a stock that could explode this week and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of yesterday's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all, right off the bat, the futures market is officially open. And I think next week may be a little rocky. All right now it's not looking too good. It's down by negative 0.32%. Should you be worried as of right now? Honestly, I don't think so. I think that it's going to rebound. I think that we should be very, very patient with the market. All right, looking at it on the 4 hour, I think it's at a good spot right now to rebound. All right. Again, these buyers just need to hold strong, and we need to see some consolidation before all of the short sellers start getting worried, and we can see some momentum on the way back up again. All right. So I'm gonna follow up on this one in tomorrow morning's video, as we always do here. Now, the stock that all of you should be keeping on your watch list, especially for this week, that stock is FedEx. All right. And the reason why I want to address FedEx with y'all is actually because it had earnings. I believe it was on Thursday. Yeah, it had earnings after hours on Thursday, and the stock spiked and it held earnings. Now, y'all know how we do here. I do not like holding anything through earnings at all. I don't like it because the reaction is very unpredictable. But since we already got the results of their earnings, if you look on the news section, and if you go all the way to like the 18th, you can see that they actually beat earnings. They had an estimated sales of around 21 billion. I'm trying to find that one. Yeah. So they had an estimated sales of 21.5 billion, which actually beat their 20 billion estimates. All right, and their EPS also beat the estimate by like 0.23, which is a good sign. All right, the stock is holding very well. It tried to collapse, but it didn't. Buyers just stepped heavy. If you look at the bottom, the volume looks very, very good. I think that we can consolidate just a little bit higher, right? It's just a little bit higher, so it's like 283, and then maybe Tuesday is gonna run. All right, but this might be the beginning of a runaway gap where the stock gaps up and then slowly trickles upwards and just keep going towards the new highs. All right, so keep this one on your watch list as well for a potential run. I'm not bearish on FedEx, especially after they released those earnings numbers. If you want to look at the details of those earning numbers, you can just go on FedEx and go on their investor page, or you can just click on the details of that news and see their entire their entire balance sheet. You can see that it's available to everybody. So definitely do your own research on the stock. Now, let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. The very first one that we're going to address in this video, which I honestly think that you should keep your eyes on as well for tomorrow. That stock is Plug. And the reason why I want to talk about this one is because I think it's forming a double bottom here. It's at this very critical level. Again, if the market behaves and becomes bullish in the morning, then you can expect everybody who bought calls to start getting paid. The one thing that I want y'all to keep in to really pay attention to is right here. There is a bullish engulfing candle right here, right at the bottom, which I honestly cannot ignore. Again, like I said before, these levels, the $35, $34 levels, are a great spot to actually buy this stock, especially given the fact that it's been crushed by over 50% throughout like the past month and a half, which presents itself as a very, very good buying opportunity, right? Buying opportunity for people who are buying this previous level of support right over here. So keep this one on your watch list. I'm not bearish on Plug. I think it has more room to grow. And I'm not bearish on the overall market either, even though it's not looking too good right now. All right, now the next one that I actually saw this one and I was like, this is interesting. Let's talk about it. So this one is UPST. I saw this one a while ago, and my immediate thought was people who are chasing this thing should really, really be careful. All right, it gapped down on Friday, and then they pushed right back up. I think that this may be the beginning of a much, much, much bigger move. I wouldn't short this thing. I really wouldn't. Like it's just crushing these individuals right out here. Like it literally is just squeezing them. It's not a good point to go shorts. I think that it can go higher as well. I think that y'all should keep very, very close eye on this one. I do believe it has an option chain. Yes, the option chain is quite loaded. So, which is a good thing, right? This is what we trade here. We trade options 99.999% of the time, right? So, where could this thing go? Again, if this squeeze looks like if this thing squeezed as it looks like it has the potential to do so, 175 wouldn't surprise me. 175, maybe even 180 wouldn't surprise me at all before we start seeing the stock slowing down. Look at the bottom here. The amount of people who are interested in the stock is relatively overwhelming compared to every other previous day. All right, so keep this one on your watch list for a potential squeeze as well. I'm not sure if somebody asked, but again, there we go. The next one that we're going to address in this video, that stock is PTON. And PTON right now is bouncing off of previous levels of support. I'm not bearish on this one. It's also showing a bullish engulfing candle on the charts. A great spot for long-term investors to actually accumulate on the stock. Let's look at the weekly, actually, not the monthly. Yeah, the weekly is not looking bad. Like worst case scenario, we actually consolidate for like 2 to 3 weeks before we make our way back up to like 125 again. Best case scenario, it just shoots up right away, all the way up, like this week even. Best case scenario, it shoots right up to 124 and then consolidates, and then we see some more bullish momentum. I wouldn't short this one here. If you're shorting this, if you're shorting the stock after this head and shoulders at the top, if you're still shorting this, I think you should be careful. I think you should be careful. Again, this was a clean play. The neckline broke. The stock tumbled, right? Just like what happened with futures market over here on the 5, right over here. Same exact thing. So short sellers who are shorting Peloton, Peloton, do not get too greedy on this one. I think it can make a strong comeback this week. Okay, so in longs, keep this one in your watch list for, again, some profit potential on the way up. The next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, somebody asked about Oracle. In Oracle had some momentum here. It did quite well. It did really, really, really well until it had earnings. This is the reason why we don't hold anything through earnings. Again, everybody who bought YOLO calls over here got annihilated. Those calls went to zero, probably to like negative 80% or negative 90% at least right after earnings. It's very nasty. This is why I don't do it. Again, if you're a beginner, this is the risks. All right, this is the risk of buying calls when you're expecting the stock to go up, and then their earnings and then the reaction is just terrible regardless of what their earnings actually is. So yeah, where is this thing gonna go? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. It's too soon for me to say. I think it's just gonna consolidate in this very boring sideways trading and go absolutely nowhere. Kind of the same boring sideways trading which I talked about when Workhorse dropped, right? We're still in this box. Like, we're not getting out of this box anytime soon. It's still in here. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on Oracle are exactly the same as Workhorse, and I think it's just gonna stay in here for a while. That's my very honest opinions on that one, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel grow a lot, and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, Definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is new to you and you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some step by step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with Webull. Use my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, right? Enjoy the outro.